Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you are not improving in CS2. So the first reason will be because you don't have a consistent routine. That can be a warm-up routine or an aim practice routine. So if you don't have them consistent, you're not going to improve. Like basically that's it. If you don't practice consistently, if you don't put in the work, you're not going to improve. You need to have a routine that you're going to do consistently. A bad routine that you do 7 times per week is going to help you improve more than a routine that is really good but you do it once per week. Consistency is key. Consistency is the way to improve. So in order to be consistent with a routine, what you will need to do is start with something easy. Make an easy routine, make a short routine. Make your warm-up routine 5 to 10 minutes and make your actual aim practice routine, let's say 15-20 minutes. Start with something easy like that and do it 7 times this week, or at least 5 times this week, let's say. Next week you're going to extend a little bit the time and you're going to maybe make it a little bit more difficult. If you're just randomly shooting bots or name bots for your warm-up, now make it a little bit more specific. Let's say if your warm-up is 10 minutes, for 3 minutes you're going to tap, then for the next 3 you're going to burst, and then for the next 3 you're going to be spray transferring. Something like that, just make it a little bit more diverse, so it's a little bit more effective and a little bit more difficult. And for your aim practice routine, if you are again just shooting randomly bots and aim bots for 15 minutes, now let's move into deathmatch, do some deathmatch for 15 minutes, and do that for that week. The next week you're going to increase the times, you're going to make it a little bit more difficult, maybe you're going to make something even more specific for your warm-up, maybe you're going to enable headshot only mode for your deathmatch, and just extend the time for which you're doing it, but make sure to not overdo it. Make sure your warm-up is not longer than, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes, and make sure your aim practice is not longer than 1 hour to max maybe 1 hour and a half or something. The second reason why you are not improving is because you are not taking accountability. So what do I mean by this? Let's say you play a Faces game and your score is 2-15, right? You killed 2 guys, you died 15 times. Okay. And after the game ends, what you say is, but it's not even my fault, they were cheating. Or, it's not my fault, he's a smurf. He has 20 average, 2 KD. Okay, not my fault. I didn't warm up, but I don't know, whatever. Some excuse, you know, everyone can make an excuse. And let me ask you this, who is going to improve more? The guy who after a game where he goes 2-15, he says the enemy is cheated, or a guy who says, okay, I really fucked up, I really played bad this game. Now I'm going to go into deathmatch, I'm going to, you know, practice, shoot a bit, you know, improve my aim. I'm going to do it for the next 7 days consistently. I'm going to watch some demos, I'm going to learn some new lineups, you know, I'm going to try to fix my mistakes as much as possible. Which of these 2 guys is going to improve more? Obviously the guy who took accountability and said, okay, it is my fault. It's not the enemy's fault for pushing everything, it's not the enemy's fault for smurfing, it is my fault that I lost the game, because that's what I'm in control of. I cannot control if the enemies are smurfing, and I cannot control how they play. What I can control is how good I am, and I can control it by consistently practicing. So I'm going to take accountability and I'm going to start improving. Now the third thing is, you need to watch your own demos to see what you're doing wrong, because if you don't know what you're doing wrong, how are you going to fix your mistakes? You need to find the mistakes and then you can fix them. So go into your demos and try to notice things that you're doing wrong. You can look for something specific, or you can look for overall things that you're going to notice. So if you just look at your demo, you're going to notice a few things. Maybe you're going to notice your pre-aim isn't on point all the time. Maybe your aim is like this. You want to pre-aim this, but when you come out, you aim on the ground. Okay, so then you have to practice your pre-aim. You have to go into some pre-aim maps and, you know, just play, see how to pre-aim things, see how to peek correctly, see how to counter-strafe correctly. So notice what you're doing wrong. Notice if you're missing some utility, try to fix it. Notice if you're not entering the sights correctly. Notice any mistakes that you're kind of doing. Notice if you're shooting before you aim. I made a whole video about this. So notice the mistakes, notice the things that you're doing wrong, and try to fix them. and you can only, I mean, you can notice your mistakes during a game, but it's going to be way more difficult. So watch your demos back and notice your mistakes and fix them, and there's no way you don't improve if you fix your mistakes. The next thing is you have to have a clear set goal that you are working towards, because that's going to help you work more. So basically, if you're just doing a practice routine and you're playing faces but you don't know why you're doing it, at some point you're gonna be like, okay, this is bullshit, why am I even doing this? I'm gonna stop. And if you have a goal that you work towards, let's say your goal is something very simple. Right now you're face level 5, your goal is until the end of this month I want to be level 7. From 5 to 7 until the end of the month, okay. And to make a plan about this, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to open up the game. I'm going to warm up for 15 minutes on aimbots. I'm going to tap for 5 minutes, I'm going to burst for 5 minutes, and I'm going to spray transfer for 5 minutes. After that I'm going to play 3 faces games, and after that I'm going to do my aim practice routine. I go into deathmatch and I get 200 kills. Just a simple plan like this will take you further than anyone else. If you have the plan to reach the goal, then the only thing that is left to do is to actually act on the plan. If you have a plan, it's going to be way easier, and if you have something to work towards, you're going to know why you're working. You have something that you want to achieve, and the reason you work is to achieve the thing that you wanted. If you don't have any goal, any perspective like this, you're gonna be like, I don't want to play today, so I'm not going to play. But when you have the goal and the plan, you're gonna be like, okay, it is, let's say it's Wednesday. I missed 2 days of practice. My plan was to do my practice routines and play faces at least 5 times per day. So for the next 5 days I have to do it, because that's how I'm going to reach my goal. So you use your discipline, you do the things that you are supposed to do, you do your plan, you complete your plan, and you'll see that you're improving and that you're gaining kill, and until the end of the month or until the beginning of next month, you're going to achieve your goal. But you have to stick to the plan. You have to again be consistent. Consistency is the most important thing in this game. And the last thing, you are not learning new things. You have to be learning new things, because that's going to help you raise your ceiling. Because let's say how I play normal now is you just go out and fight on the side, and if you win the fights, then you're gonna win. If you don't win the fights, then you're gonna lose. What you can do instead is try to start using your utility. Learn some smokes, learn, let's say, the heaven smoke, learn the motive towards hell. I'm not sure about the lineup, I think it's something like this, or just a normal jump throw. Whatever, you're gonna learn the lineups by yourself. I don't need to teach you that. You're going to watch some other videos and you're going to learn the lineups for yourself. So you need to learn new lineups, you need to learn new ways to practice, you need to learn what mistakes you could be making, you need to learn how to play the positions on every map, you need to learn the map philosophies, how to take map control on T-sides, things like this. You need to be learning consistently, because the more things you learn, the easier it is going to be to play, and the more you're going to kind of outplay your enemies, and it's going to feel kind of easy. When you start using the utility and entering the sides with flashes, it's going to feel much easier than before, because now you don't have to take some kind of a disadvantageous gunfight. You're going to have the side for free, and then you have an afterplant, and then you play the percentages on the afterplant, you play some crossfires, and it feels really easy to win. When you're playing correctly, playing feels easy. So that's why you have to learn the new things, so you can figure out what is correct to do, and when you watch your own demos, you're going to see what you're doing wrong, and you're going to start trying to play as correct as possible. So when you learn the new things, you're going to utilize them, and that's going to make it easier for you to win games. And learning can be anything, as I said already. You can learn lineups, you can learn new ways to practice your aim, you can learn new ways to take map control, you can learn basically even other mentalities, even how to set goals. Something that is not even CS related about goals can still help you in CS, because it's again very similar concepts. So if this video helped you, if you learned something new, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any upcoming content. Thank you for watching.